Somewhere along the way, you became very good at being reasonable. You took the sensible job. You went to the dinner because canceling felt rude. You answered the phone because you had always answered the phone. Not one of those choices looked dangerous on its own. That is probably why they were so easy to make. One small compromise met another, and before long they had furniture, spare keys, and a permanent address in your life. Then, on some completely ordinary morning, you look around and think, hang on, who picked all this? Yeah? Your calendar is full. Your inbox is somehow fuller. From the outside, it looks impressively adult. Inside, you feel like a substitute teacher with no lesson plan and a suspicious amount of noise. You are doing everything, yet somehow you are not present for any of it. That is usually how a person gets lost. There is no explosion and, sadly, no search party. Yet the part of you that once had strange little plans gets spoken over so often it stops raising its hand. You tell yourself the arrangement is temporary, just until work settles down, just until the money is better, just until everyone else is okay. Then the busy season develops excellent job security, the money finds somewhere new to go, and everyone gets used to you being the person who is always fine. Years are very good at hiding inside the words, for now. What makes this difficult is that your life may not be bad. The job is decent, the relationship is fine, and nothing is technically wrong. Although technically is doing heroic work in that sentence. This is normally when the fantasy of starting over appears. A new city, a new career, a haircut severe enough to worry your family. I understand the appeal. A grand escape is far more exciting than an honest conversation. But you can change the view from the window and still carry the same patterns through the front door. Sometimes you do not need a new life. You need to stop leaving the one you already have. The way back is rarely cinematic. It might begin when you decline a plan without inventing a stomach bug, or sit in the car for an extra minute and ask, am I happy here, or have I simply grown used to being here? The unknown has terrible marketing. No reviews, no guarantee. Just a blank page looking much too pleased with itself. You know how to survive the life you have, even if you are unsure how much of you is surviving it. Start with one honest piece. A conversation where you pretend, a promise made from guilt, an hour that belongs to everybody except you. You do not have to solve the next 10 years tonight. Just stop lying about this Tuesday. The first honest no may arrive, wearing 3 apologies and an unnecessary paragraph about your schedule. With practice, the word learns to stand without crutches. No, I can't make it. No, that doesn't work for me. No, I don't want to. That last one can feel almost illegal. We think we need a dentist appointment or mysterious family emergency, although you really are allowed to decline brunch. Some people will be annoyed. Usually, the people most surprised by your boundaries are the ones who enjoyed you without them. They may say you have changed, they are right. Then guilt arrives, carrying a clipboard and acting official. Let it make its little speech. Sometimes guilt is simply the ache of disappointing an expectation you should never have accepted. Saying no is only half of coming back. You also have to remember what your yes sounds like. What do you enjoy when nobody is posting it or asking whether it could become a side hustle? Perhaps you paint badly, perhaps you dance in the kitchen for an audience of one confused dog. Adulthood removes whatever it considers unnecessary And unfortunately, joy often makes the list. Hobbies become income. Walks need step counts. Even sleep has a score now, which feels rude. The loud laugh, the bright clothes, the film you still cry through. These are not mistakes in the final draft. They are handwriting. The right people will not require you to become easier to recognize and harder to know. A life that belongs to you will still contain difficult mornings, grief, and laundry. Sometimes the relationship is not doomed. You are both hungry and communicating through sighs. Sometimes the job is not crushing your spirit. It is Wednesday. Apparently, laundry survives every version of us. The work is learning the difference between a hard season and a life that repeatedly asks you to disappear. Time makes that harder. Society hands everyone an invisible schedule. Career by this age, love by that one, then something expensive to photograph. You see someone younger reach a place you wanted, and their success feels like an accusation. Their life cannot make yours late. Life is hardly a straight line. Most of the time, it is not even good handwriting. People stop, return, change their minds, and still arrive somewhere meaningful. You are not behind. There's no single road. Success moves too. 1 year, it is a promotion. The next, it is leaving work while the sun is still out, or refusing to reopen a conversation you already survived. Both count. Most of life looks ordinary from the inside. Clean sheets, the drive home, a friend making you laugh, halfway through a complaint, the bad days belong too. You do not have to turn each one into wisdom. Sometimes a terrible Tuesday is just a terrible Tuesday. And please stop treating the person you are today like a waiting room for someone more deserving. You are unfinished. Everyone is. A house can still be lived in while one room is being repaired. There's no official permission coming, no envelope. No wise older person will arrive at your door and say, "Right, you have worried enough. You may now begin." Begin anyway and begin small. Write 1 page, send 1 application, say the honest sentence. Stop answering the message that returns you to the same confusion. Tiny is fine. Keys are tiny too, and they still open houses. Old habits know the address, so you will lose yourself again in smaller ways. The difference is that this time, perhaps, you will notice before years pass. That is progress. You do not become a person who never wanders. You become a person who knows the way back. Coming back to your life is not one grand return. It happens through 100 small homecomings. The no that protects an honest yes. The rest you take before your body has to beg. The dream you release without calling the years wasted. Slowly your days begin to recognize you. The life you choose may not look impressive from far away. That is all right. You are the one who has to live close to it. One day you will look around and realize that you are there again, no longer asking the room what version of you it would prefer. Your life has your fingerprints on it again. There are no fireworks and no perfect ending. Just the quiet relief of no longer feeling like a guest in your own days. And if the story is still messy, good. It means the story is still being written.